Hey folks, it's Beth Ann, the Realtor here. I am here with my business partner, Jan. He and I work a bunch together in real estate, and we've been making these videos to keep you informed about real estate changes. There's a lot of stuff going on in the marketplace right now. We have a lot of knowledge, and it doesn't make sense to keep this to ourselves. There's lots of changes right now, and while these are serious changes that they're brought down by the Attorney General, we want to make sure we're obeying the rules, but we also want to share this with you in a way that's easy to understand. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Beth Ann. I've been in real estate about 7 years now, and I really love it. I came from a consulting background, which was super boring. So this gives me the time and energy to work with people, help them meet their real estate goals, and I'm just super excited to do that. Jan, what do you have to add on that?
Well, as far as for those of you who don't know me, my name is Meere. I've been in real estate for about 4 years now. Decided to join Beth Ann at Sellstate Realty Pros. Have been really happy with that decision. Like Beth Ann said, we have a responsibility to keep you, our clients, and our friends and our family updated with what's happening in the real estate market these days. It's a very strange time, and I'm sure a lot of people are freaking out a little bit, but you know, it's up to us to talk you guys off the ledge and make sure everybody stays informed and realizes what's happening with the market. It's, you know, we're going through a health crisis, not a housing crisis. And so we want to do this video together, kind of kill two birds with one stone and inform everybody collectively.
Exactly. Very good point. And to give you a few market stats that people are wondering right now, what I'm seeing from our Association of Realtors, this is kind of the governing board over all of us real estate agents. Active listings right now are down just a little bit. There's a few people getting kind of worried about this whole little flu thing that's going around, and they're not selling their homes, but listings are only down about 8.2%. So it's not a lot. Similarly, closings are down a little bit. But when you look at closed prices, those are actually up 7.3%. So what this means is that your home values are still going up. You know, homes are still selling fast. They're staying on the market only about 22 or 23 days right now, which is again faster. So homes are selling quickly and for more money. So you're in a good spot. If you have a home, your home value is increasing. If you need to sell, you're still in a good position because people are still demanding houses. Everybody needs a place to live right now.
And to add to that, Beth Ann, based on the fact that the number of active listings has gone down, that is going to keep housing prices stable. You know, there's not going to be a lot of drastic price reductions because there is still that lack of inventory. That's only going to further strengthen the home prices from here on out.
Now, I know you work with more buyers. Tell me how you're doing showings with buyers. What has changed now that we're social distancing?
Well, it's it's been interesting, and a lot. Basically, what we've come to now is virtual showings. Mm-hmm. So we're still considered essential, but we're no longer allowed to physically take clients into homes any longer. So with that being said, a lot of listing agents are adding video tours to their listings, which is really smart. Helps the buyer get a much better idea of what the home looks like. Matterport tours are a big thing now as well. And with the consent of a seller, if there's a buyer that is really, really interested in a property, I can go into that home and take the buyer virtually through that home to kind of give them a better idea of exactly, you know, what it looks like, how big the rooms are, all that stuff.
Yeah. And on my end, I work a little bit more with sellers. I kind of prefer working with buyers, but this year I've just had a ton more sellers on my plate. And right now we're using those virtual tours. That Matterport that you mentioned is kind of a big square unit that sits in a room of a home, and it gives a 360-degree view of a particular room and has little, you know, the eventual video on the back end has little circles on the ground where a buyer can navigate to different corners of a particular room or different rooms in a home and walk through that home virtually the same as they would walk through in person. And obviously right now, we don't want to go around licking doorknobs and stuff like that. So we don't want to do the showings in person. But what we want to do is, make sure to give that potential, view of a home. And that 3D tour is a really, really good option. So I use that with a lot of my sellers. It's just one of the enhanced services that I provide as a, high value service package to all my sellers. But speaking of service and specials and stuff like that, Jan, I know you send out a lot of stuff to your clients. Tell me what you're sharing with your clients. Do you have coupons or specials going on right now?
Yeah. Well, I try and stay in front of my clients as much as possible, let them know that I'm always here as a resource. I'm constantly mailing something. If it's not a coupon for a restaurant, which I know is kind of a sticky subject now, the good news is for those of you that are getting coupons from your agents, the boomerang coupons, which is always like a buy one, get one free entree, something like that, they've extended out those expiration dates, which usually exist on those. So you can kind of stockpile those every month, for the next couple of months, and you can still use those at the restaurants, the participating restaurants, for the coupons that you get. But I try and mail out something at least every month. I send an email as well to my clients at least once a week, try and keep them up to date as far as what they're, what's happening in the real estate market. And as far on the coupon side, I also, Beth Ann and I both, we give incentives to law enforcement, firefighters, military, healthcare workers, especially right now, teachers. Who am I leaving? Anybody? Am I leaving anybody out, Beth Ann?
You know what? I think you got most of them. I mean,
okay.
They're heroes to us.
Yeah, and we give incentives to you guys as a thank you for what you do. And it's the least that we can do. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. If you are in one of those groups and you have questions, contact either one of us. We'd be happy to discuss that stuff with you.
Yeah, definitely. And none of this is trying to be a solicitation of new business, because that's some of the things that the Attorney General wants us to stay away from right now. But what we both want to do as good stewards of our clients is maintain good relationships. And that's why we're sending note cards and the coupons. We're trying to support local businesses. And one of the things that I'm doing in particular is, a weekly giveaway to a local restaurant gift card, for about 30 or 50 bucks to a local restaurant, just to keep those places in business. I mean, I love sushi and, eating. So I want to make sure these restaurants are still in business when we come out of this quarantine.
Exactly.
I'm giving that away. If you want to shoot a like on my business page, tell me what your favorite restaurant is. I will automatically enter you into the drawing for that. I know Jan has similar stuff. So we're just trying to maintain relationships with you, our clients, with also the local businesses in our community, and be good leaders in our community.
Speaking of maintenance, Beth Ann, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How are you maintaining momentum during this time? Because I wonder the same thing about what other agents are doing. I kind of have an idea of what you're doing, but I'd love to hear more about how you're keeping the momentum, because we know that, this business is all about momentum.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. I mean, what I'm doing is I try to do things every day to educate myself. I try to be on webinars with the Attorney General for, the state, and for our Colorado Association of Realtors, the legal counsel there, just to learn things that are happening each day. Even, webinars on iBuyers and virtual showings, just how I can improve my business. I distill that down into these videos and into tips and postings that I have on my business page on Facebook and other places right now. So I'm trying to motivate myself with real estate activities on a day-to-day basis. And then, I talk to Jan, and every once in a while we do some virtual happy hours, because that needs to happen.
Have to do that.
It's tough. I mean, we're kind of in that weird middle ground of, are we fired? Are our businesses closed, or are we still in business? And while we can't solicit new business, we still have to take care of the business we have. And I want to, like I said, be a good steward of my clients. And Yeah, I'm doing, projects outside too. I mean, my
Yeah.
landscaping looks wonderful, as does yours. Jan, you said you have some garden boxes going. Tell me what you're doing.
I've become quite the landscaper in these past couple of months. The backyard's ready to go. But you're right. It's, again, we have the responsibility of keeping our clients and friends and family up to date on what's happening in the market. So by doing that, we need to continue our education. We need to, keep taking classes, stay read, read up on what's, the updates, because, and everyone else knows it's changed. It's pretty much changing every day. So I'm in the same boat with you. I'm kind of doing the exact same thing. And I think that's all we really can do it, at this point.
I think so. So last question for you. You got any listings or buyer needs or anything that we can share with our client base?
Not right now. On the listing side, I have a couple of clients that are wanting to hold off, but that shouldn't hinder people from wanting to list, based on the stats that we had stated earlier. With, there's still a lack of inventory. There's still buyers out there in the market. It's just kind of become a virtual reality of our business. And on the buy side, I have a few buyers. We're looking at homes virtually, and I have, one under contract to closing next week, another closing at the end of the month. So things are still moving in just a different way.
Yeah, same here. I've got one listing on the market right now. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot condo in the Windsor Gardens area, which is east of Denver. It's a 55 and older community. It's got a golf course view. It's wonderful. So if you need more information, reach out. I've got 2 more listings coming on the market towards the end of April, one in Highlands Ranch and then one in Erie. So exact opposite corners of Denver. So if you want more information, if you're looking for a place, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it off there because I think we've gone long enough. I'm just really excited to share this video, keep the positive energy up, because we're still moving forward in real estate with some good and productive changes, and especially incorporating a lot of technology like this virtual showings and selling, services, all sorts of different things. I'm excited for where it's going. Jan, you got any more comments at the end here?
No, I just encourage everyone to stay positive, be safe, stay healthy, hug your family. I think during this time, it's very important to realize the fact that tomorrow's never guaranteed. And so we got to really, be thankful for what we have. Be grateful every day. That's all you can really do.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thanks so much for joining me. This was a fun video. We'll do one probably next week too. Check it out, and we'll see you. Stay safe.
See you guys soon.
See ya.